Welcome back to the channel. We're going to carry on looking at some charts. It's Sunday, so do some chart reviews and then put it out to you for you to look at it. It's not financial advice. It's not telling you how to trade it or trying to convince you of any trades. It's merely what I'm looking at on a Sunday going into next week. So this is Cardano, ADA, which is obviously a cryptocurrency. Just having a look at this to see what we can see, if there's any telltale signs of where it's going. Straight off the bat, I'm kind of looking at a descending narrowing. And I know we've had a good climb this week, but I'm not convinced that we are going to be going to the upside as of yet. I think it's going to catch a few people out. As you can see, it's in a descending narrowing wedge. Once I see a break to the top side of this, then I think we're going to continue on our way up. At this stage, as you can see, we closed underneath. We're on a bearish candle for today. We could see ourselves come further, possibly down into the 60s. But for me to buy into this market, I'd want to see a break of this top line here, a decent close above, then possibly a retest and then a move to the upside, back up to about the 130s. So just be very, very cautious of this. I know people have seen some decent bounce on the cryptos at the moment, but that key area there for me, I want to see it break this top line. I know it's easy to go, oh, it's away and it's going, I need to be in as quick as possible, but you need to be thinking of exactly what it's doing here. We've had a decent bounce up. We've closed underneath that line, and we could be looking to come back down again, unless obviously we break this line. And then by all means, it looks like a decent run up. Right, just open up this chart on Ethereum. This is against the pound, same as the ADA was against the pound. Looks like we've got a similar sort of setup on this. Just taking a line from the top. Obviously you can see we've had, it's touched and pulled away from there. We closed underneath, and today on a bearish candle. To me, definitely, again, it's kind of looking like it's a bit early for me to think that we're away and running yet. Again, on this, I want to see a break of this upside, this up line. I want to see a break above here, possibly a retest and then a move higher. While it's underneath this, we could continue just bouncing down. So yeah, a bit early for me to get back into crypto and onwards and upwards. Want to see a break of this line before I add to any more positions. Right, we've got a similar move, I believe, on Bitcoin. I mean, I was always watching this area here as a potential bearish flag to go further to the downside. If we flick it down to the 4-hour chart from the daily, pull it across and open it up a little bit. Definitely got a descending narrow on this as well. We run it from the tops. And the same across the bottom. So yeah, it's been in this for a while. Again, we've closed below. It's not closed above it yet, which could signal to us back down. Again, I'd like to see a break of this line. I mean, they all seem to be following suit. Break of this line, and I'll be happy to go on a bullish movement on it. But until it breaks that line, I think we could possibly head further down on Bitcoin and most of the cryptos looking at it. So just one to be wary of. It's a difficult one because when cryptos go, they go quick, so it can really catch you and make you want to jump in as fast as possible. But it's always good just to check on the charts and just see what the charts are showing you. So it minimize any errors. So if this closes above here, at least you've got a bit of structure below to go to the upside. Obviously where it's bounced off, if you were in a bullish and you bought in, it's bounced off of here and it could come all the way back down, could even come right down to back into low 28s, maybe lower yet. So just be patient with it and keep an eye on it would be what I'll be looking to do. Alright, this is GBPUSD. Just having a little look on this, see if we can pull up any structure, any support areas that it may have broken. Looks like one there for sure. I think we're going to see bearish move on this. Yeah. So we've come below this, we've bounced up, we've retested it. I'd expect to see possibly a further move to the downside on this. On a weekly, you could almost argue it's kind of setting up a diamond pattern and broken. I know we've had a pullback up on the weekly, but I'm not convinced that that's going to switch. I think we could keep coming down on that. Similar sort of setup to we had here, and then we had a run up. I think we're going to see a drop down, possibly 129s, 133s, 129s, something like that. That's what I'm looking at with this. Certainly we've got some strength there. Let's have a look on the 4 hour. Yeah, so we've had a bounce off. I think as long as we don't break this area here and get above, then we're definitely looking to the downside on that. This is the United States dollar against the Japanese yen. This is one we were watching. It was in a ascending narrowing wedge, and we'd had a break against the bottom, and we were coming back up for a retest. Last week's videos we said we could see it coming down off of that retest, which it did. Didn't come the full length, doesn't always do that. That was kind of where we were looking to see if it would come to that area. It came down to here and we started moving back up. Could potentially be bullish now. I did say I was long-term bullish and short-term I thought we were going to get a pullback. Looking at this, look at it in a few ways. Let's just have a look at that percentage of movement. So the percentage drop was about 1.5%, which is pretty good. But what I'm looking at here now is this very well could be a reversal diamond. And we've seen a break. Right, so looking at that, I'm very fond of diamonds. I like trading diamonds. I would almost say, for me, where we've had this break, we're going to be looking at a minimum at the moment of a pullback to here. I think we'll see 111.517 minimum. I think that's going to avoid this pattern, but we'll sit and watch and see what happens with it. Right, this was our Great British Pound against the Japanese Yen chart we were looking at. We saw a real strong structure point coming down on this diagonal touch there, and we saw that it was just literally touching that area when we looked at it last week, and we thought we would see a pull away from that area. We were waiting to see if it closed above, then obviously we would go bullish on it. If we closed below, then I'd be looking more for a bearish movement. We did close below, and we came down to about 148.281, which was our target area. We were thinking it was going to come down to those sort of areas. Now it looks like it could possibly be making a diamond pattern, possibly broken a diamond pattern, which then would give me a key area of 137.553 is where I'll be looking at. We've obviously still got a lot of structure to this top side here. We may get a little push further up just to retest before we drop off. It was a decent pullback, which shows there's buyers there, but I think that might fade, and then we're going to move further to the downside. Only time will tell. We'll watch how that plans out, or how it unfolds this week. If we drop down to the daily, we can see that there's a little bit of a pullback. Yeah, I think we should see this roll over. Hopefully that was of some use to you, to show you what I'm looking at in the charts, little patterns that I use to try and determine the direction. Obviously, it's not advice on what to trade, how to trade, or how to make any money. It's purely just showing you what I go through when I'm looking at the charts and I'm reviewing different currencies and different commodities, cryptocurrencies, etc. So if it's any use to you, please like and subscribe and join us again next week. May do a few more videos during the week just to see how we're going. But if not, it will be another little review on Sunday. Thanks a lot.